Now we will discuss by using potentiometer how to compare EMFs of two cells by individual method. This is the circuit diagram for comparison of EMF of two cells by individual method, which consists of a long uniform cross-section wire AB which is fixed between 2 points A and B on a wooden board. As shown in the circuit diagram, the potentiometer wire AB is connected in series with a battery of EMF capital E, plug key capital K, and rheostat RH in series. The EMF E of the steady DC supply, which is called as driving cell, must be greater than both the cells, that is E1 and E2, which we need to compare. The positive terminals of E1 and E2 are connected to the end A of wire AB, and their negative terminals are connected to K1 and K2 of the two-way keys respectively. The common terminal of keys K1 and K2 is connected to the galvanometer G, and then it is connected further to the jockey. Now, key K2 is removed from the circuit and key K1 is closed. By closing the key K, the current capital I is flowing through the circuit, which creates uniform potential gradient along the potentiometer wire AB. Now, the jockey is touched at different points on the potentiometer wire AB, and the null point capital P is obtained, for which the galvanometer shows null deflection. That is, potential at point P and potential at the negative terminal of the cell E1 is same. That is, we are not drawing any current from the cell E1, and cell E1 is acting like open circuit cell. In this case, the length of wire between AP is called as a balancing length for the cell E1. So, let AP is equal to L1 be the balancing length from higher potential end capital A of wire AB. As no current flows through the cell E1, the potential difference across the wire AP is nothing but the EMF of the cell E1. Therefore, we can write E1 is equal to I sigma L1, where sigma is the resistance per unit length of the wire, or E1 is equal to KL1, where K is nothing but potential gradient. Let this equation as equation number 1. Now, for the second cell of EMF E2, we are going to remove key K1 from the circuit so that cell E1 is disconnected and key K2 is closed. So, cell E2 is now in the circuit. Now, by closing key K, current I is flowing through the circuit. Now, by touching the jockey at different points on the potentiometer wire AB, null point P' is obtained, for which the galvanometer shows null deflection. That is, potential at point P' and potential at the negative terminal of the cell E2 is same. It means we are not drawing any current from the cell E2, and cell E2 is acting like open circuit cell. In this case, length of wire between AP' is balancing length for the cell E2. So, let AP' is equal to small l2 is the balancing length from higher potential end A of the wire AB. As no current flows through the cell E2, the potential difference across AP' is nothing but the EMF of cell E2. Therefore, E2 is equal to I sigma L2, where sigma is nothing but the resistance per unit length of wire, or E2 is equal to KL2, where K is equal to potential gradient. Let this equation as equation 2. Therefore, from equation 1 and 2, we get E1 upon E2 is equal to KL1 upon KL2. By solving this, we get E1 upon E2 is equal to L1 upon L2. By using this formula, EMFs of two cells can be compared with the help of potentiometer. Now we will discuss precautions while using potentiometer. The EMF of battery, that is driver cell, must be greater than EMFs to be compared. That is, E should be greater than the cells E1 and E2. The positive terminal of E1 or E2 must be connected to that end of potentiometer wire where positive terminal of the battery, that is driving cell, is connected. The potentiometer wire must be uniform. The resistance of potentiometer wire should be high.